Page 47, C major pattern. Doesn't really have a title to the piece, it's just C major pattern. We're learning about what this book calls a C major pattern. What we normally would call it is just C position. You position your hands on C. That is, the note C on the piano is the bottom note of the position. And then you're using the other keys next to it. You're just putting your hand. So by any C, you can do it on any C. Put my thumb here because that's the bottom. The other fingers go on the other notes, next to it. That is a C position. Left hand, bottom notes on C position. That rope bridge, we were in C position. Because a lot of times we'll say, okay, put your hand in C position. The word major, I'll get more into that later. Generally, that's implied because there's other things besides major. So major is implied, you don't have to say it. But if it's anything other than major, you do have to say it. That's why we just say C position. Otherwise, we'd have to say C major position, and we don't bother with that. But they're saying a pattern, and that's using just these notes. That's it. Somewhere on the keyboard, doesn't matter which one. The ones we've been using is this position and this position, here and here. Because we haven't had these notes in the music yet, or these notes yet. So make sure you know all these notes in the music that we've had so far, because we're going to add more. So keep up. This isn't really a piece to play, but we're going to do it anyway. Look it over. It's 3 lines long, treble bass clef, 4/4 time signature. I see quarter notes and whole notes. Remember the whole notes, that circle, that curved line between the whole notes, that's a tie. So you're going to hold each of those notes down 8 counts because you tie them together, right? So the right hand is here, the left hand is here, and the last line, now the hands are playing together, but they're not playing the same fingers. That last line, you're playing a thumb and a little finger, and then here, now the middle fingers are playing together. Otherwise, you're playing different fingers in the hands. This is a real trick when you're not used to it. It's like, stick with it, go slow, and you'll find it actually does come. It's not nearly as hard as it seems if you just stick with it. Just this, and then take the next one. Just take your time with it. Just real slow. Your speed, not anybody else's. Think about which fingers you're using. Each time you're going to use a different finger in the hand or whatever. Yeah, you think about that. Eventually you get these patterns so much you just do it. You don't think about them anymore. After a million years or so it comes. So in that third line, it's both hands together. Okay. Now once I have the notes down and the rhythm's okay, and I didn't really play all the rhythms, but the quarter notes and tied hold notes, I hope you can handle that. Then we do the articulation, and they don't give us any, so I'm suggesting you connect each line. You can lift up after the line here. First line, go to the second line, lift up. Just a little bit of silence before you go on, because each line has a phrase, and that's why you can. Otherwise, I'm connecting it. Then the dynamics, so the only one is the MF. Moderate, whatever you think that is. I would suggest you practice this soft, though. How soft can you play? We haven't had soft yet, but we will. We've only had medium soft. But try and see if you can do this soft. Playing really lightly, that's hard to do. Anybody can play heavy. Yeah. But playing really soft and lightly, that's hard. So if you kind of get practicing at that now, we'll be a step ahead when we got to get there, or when we get there. Now they say you can do the following, that this piece is a warm-up. Let's talk about warm-ups. Warm-up, what a joke. If you're a concert pianist and you're going to be playing all fancy stuff and your fingers are going everywhere, yes, you need to warm up the muscles and the joints and get them all limbered and ready to go. It does make a difference. Been there, done that. But when you're at this level, warming up the fingers is, as far as I'm concerned, silly. There's nothing to warm up. But what you can do as part of a warm-up, any warm-up, is you're also getting your mind ready. You're focusing, you're getting set, you're forgetting the world exists now, and you're starting to focus. So the warm-up, a lot of that has to do with mental thinking, concentrating on what you're doing. And you're just playing this over and over, and you're focusing on these. Don't let the mind go anywhere. Focus right here. And that's really the important part of warming up, as far as I'm concerned, that you need to do now, is the mental side of it. Focus. turn out the world, turn it off, and just focus on this. Then once you're accustomed to that, then you're ready to start practicing. Then speed. I didn't do the speed. What? Left, right, left, right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tie 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tie 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Tie 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's basically what it is. But again, you take this at any speed. They say smoothly means connect the notes. I suggest you lift up at the end of each line for the phrase. And at the speed, any speed. You can go slow and gradually speed it up or whatever. But it needs to be accurate. Don't go so fast the notes are not. They're just bleh. No, it needs to be accurate. Every note needs to be there in time. Let's play this together very slowly and make sure you got all the notes and rhythms. I'll give us 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, go. 2, 3, 4. Tie 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Tie 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Tie 2, 3, 4. Off. There's a duet at the bottom. Now what they want you to do is make up a melody. Using these notes we just used, you can play the notes in any rhythm you want. Any pattern, any note, whatever. It's up to you. As long as it sounds good, close enough. That's because the rule is, what's it sound like? I'm going to play this accompaniment for it, and then you can play around with the melody. So this is going to last a little longer than this pattern up above that we just did. There's more measures in this, but you feel it. Just whatever you feel. I'll speed it up a little bit and experiment. I'll give us 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, go.